Good morning, Year 2. It's Wednesday morning and it's time for story time today. And Amber has just told the children the tale about the misunderstanding with the horse, as she's just told the children that it's time for her to leave and go back home as she's missing her family. They had arrived at the giant dragon boat. It looked proudly out to sea. "Is it real?" Amber breathed words onto the frost air. "Sort of," said Gary. "It came over here from Denmark after the war. It's a reconstruction." "No," said Amber. "It is a dragon ship." Before the children could stop her, she grabbed two of the railings that surrounded the great Viking boat and pulled them apart as easily as opening an envelope. "You're not supposed to do that!" cried Joshua. "How did you do that?" asked Gary. But Amber wasn't listening. She pulled out a short length of rope from her belt and gave one end to Ratatosk. With a single leap, the squirrel hopped into the boat and fixed the rope to an oar. Then Amber pulled herself up into the dragon ship. "How is it?" called Katie, keeping an eye out for policemen. Amber peered over the edge of one of the shields. "It's hopeless," she sighed. "Of course it's hopeless," muttered Gary. "We can't move the boat and the tide will never come up here. Apart from which, I don't suppose the council would take too kindly to lending their boat out to a Viking. I mean, what would we tell them? This Viking came to visit and—" Amber slid back down the rope. "It's not that," she mumbled. "I'm too short. I can't see out to steer." Amber flapped her arms in despair like a penguin faced with the inevitability of defeat at a snooker table. There's nothing sadder than a dejected Viking who wants to go home, sitting by a useless Viking boat. "I know. We must build a boat you can see out of," said Joshua, who couldn't imagine how difficult that might be, and so felt confident in the suggestion. "What do we need?" He sat down next to his Viking friend. Amber pushed her helmet back to think more clearly. "First, we need a large piece of wood to make the keel." "That's the bottom of the boat," explained Katie. Gary decided this might be fun. He got out a pencil and paper. "You tell us what to do and I'll draw up the plan," he said. Amber tried to imagine her father and brothers building one of the dragon ships. "First, we cut the keel to the shape we want, but we leave knobs of wood sticking up to tie the ribs of the boat to. Then we add planks along the side, lashed together with the fine sinewy roots of a spruce tree. After that—" Gary threw down his pencil in despair. "The sinewy roots of a spruce tree in Pegwell Bay in winter?" He looked at his older sister. "Katie, this is hopeless." "No, it isn't." Katie squared her shoulders and stood up. "Come on, we'll just think of some other way of building Amber a boat." And with that, she marched off up the hill.